You know that sinking feeling in your chest when you send a message and the screen stays dark? Minutes pass, you wait, you stare, and your heart beats just a little bit faster. Or consider the promotion you worked 3 hard years to get. You celebrate on Friday, but by Tuesday morning, you are already sweating the new deadlines and feeling the exact same baseline stress. The same internal friction occurs when a toddler melts down over a snapped plastic toy. The scale of the problem changes as we age, but the mechanics of the reaction remain consistent. We operate on a hidden algorithm. We tell ourselves, if I can just secure this specific outcome, a reply, a title, an intact toy, then I can finally exhale and be content. We hook our emotional stability to an unpredictable external world. When that world inevitably disobeys our conditions, we experience the resulting pain as a personal failure or a cosmic injustice. We live with conveniences ancient kings couldn't imagine, yet our default emotional state is usually a low-grade hum of irritation. This graph shows the trap. When you hit a target, your satisfaction spikes, but almost instantly, your psychological baseline adjusts. The expectation line rises to meet your new reality, and the thrill evaporates. Every subsequent win repeats the pattern. You chase the next milestone, get the brief high, and adapt again. The gap between what you have and what you think you need stays exactly the same. We treat contentment as a fixed coordinate on a map. In reality, it operates like a horizon line. No matter how fast you run toward it, it recedes. Over 2 millennia ago, Siddhartha Gautama, the Buddha, sat down to investigate this exact exhaustion. He sidestepped the usual questions about acquiring wealth or securing power. He focused entirely on the mechanics of our distress, asking simply why we suffer in the first place. He observed that the mind actively generates friction by refusing to accept the facts on the ground. We treat the natural flow of events as an error to be corrected. Whole communities and traditions built themselves around untangling this single observation, studying the mind's stubborn refusal to cooperate with the present moment. The pain we experience is an exhausting, active resistance generated by our own consciousness, rather than a physical law of the universe happening to us. Look at the physical laws governing everything around us. Every single cell, every single empire, every emotion follows a strict sequence. It arises, it exists for a brief window, and it fades. The human ego operates in defiance of this law. We demand our health never degrade, our relationships never shift, our bank accounts only grow. This diagram illustrates what the Buddha called craving. It is an absolute, uncompromising demand that the universe obey your preferences. The second reality diverges from the script he wrote for it. The system crashes. That crash is the acute emotional pain you feel when you lose a job or simply get cut off in traffic. We spend our energy trying to freeze a moving river. This constant, impossible labor, rather than the weight of life itself, is the source of our fatigue. Dropping this resistance doesn't mean you stop caring, and it doesn't require retreating from society to become completely emotionless. The mind begins to settle once it stops bracing against the inevitable. We acknowledge that everything changes, and that we lack the authority to freeze time. You go to work. You invest in relationships. You plan for the future. You just stop demanding a guarantee any of it lasts forever. You can hold on to the things you value, but you have to hold them with an open palm rather than crushing them. Pain is a physical reality. If you trip, it hurts. The lingering distress is manufactured by your grip on how things were supposed to be. Everything you experience is a vibration passing through the air. It arrives without warning, it lingers just long enough, and then it dissolves. Stepping out of the illusion of control is just realizing there is nothing to hold on to. And the moment you let it go, you're free.